All right, so we got the bottom end out, all ready to plug in. I got a gasket loosely just tacked on there with a little bit of Permatex. Got all our bolts and everything laid out over here. So let's see if we can plug that sucker back together and bolt her up. All right, let's see if we can plug this sucker in. So lift it up, bring it over here, line up the top bolt here, see if we can get that pinion shaft plugged into the high-low clutch. There we go. There we go. Score. Yep, that's it. That's simple. Now, we need some bolts because it's falling out. All right, let's see if we can get these bolts going. There's 6 bolts that hold the engine onto the case. So once you get them started, you're in good shape. All right, there's 2 out of the 6. So that'll be enough to just hold it on for now, at least. Up here on the top, it takes a 9/16 fine thread nut in the front here on this little stud. That one you gotta do with a wrench usually. Get some of these bolts in there. Okay. On the bottom, there's a special bolt that goes where the starter mounting plate goes. So gotta get the starter plate out and put that on next. There we go. Okay. All right, now we need a cylinder base gasket. There's all these gaskets here, and I think that this is a PTO gasket, not a cylinder base. So let me go in this bag of goodies here. He evidently had bought the whole OEM gasket kit at some point. And here it is, it's in here. That's the cylinder base gasket. So we'll put that on the cylinder. Now we're going to take the piston rings out. I'm actually going to check the fit of the rings into the bore before we put it together. I don't want to make any assumptions. It came from a machine shop that I know does good work. They actually did a Kohler for me once, years and years ago, and they do good work, so it's probably okay, but I just want to be sure that it's correct before we put it together. All right, so here's our OEM 10-over piston with rings, like I said, previously installed. And man, that is a sight of beauty, isn't it? You know, I don't get to see a lot of brand new parts like this too often, so that is really nice. So okay, so I guess my eye is not very good because here's 12 thousandths and it fits in there like just right, so I guess it is good. All right, we'll try the other one off camera, see if it's good, and if so, then we're just going to put it together. Okay, I got the next string in, and that's supposed to be 8 to 16. I put the 12 in and it fit. I got a 17 and it won't fit. So we should be good to put it back together. All right, I got a ring compressor on the piston here. I'll try to put it in through the bottom. There we go. course, I put it in backwards. All right, so we got the piston sticking out the bottom here. Now we got to drop the jug on top of the rod and put in the pin, and that's how you secure it for good. Okay, let's see. Give a squirt of oil inside here where the pin will go. And I got my retainers in this box down here. So, see if we can get this sucker going together here. Shouldn't be that hard. I like to start the pin on one side, so it's just about coming through the piston. And you can put it down here and push it through. Well, you get the idea. I'll come back in a minute. Ryan, what are you doing over there, bud?
Just charging the bubble mower battery.
Okay. All right, so I moved the rod so it's all the way up. In fact, I'm going to give it a squirt of oil in here too. Now we can see what I'm doing better. Let's see. There we go. All right, it's in. So, we'll put a retaining piston pin clip in one side. Then we'll drive the pin into it. And then we'll do the other side. These are brand new clips too. All right, so there's one. There you go. Let me get the other one. All right, let's see. This one into this side, there we go. All right, we're all set. So now, got to push this jug down onto the piston all the way. There we go. And put these valves down into the valve guides. Wiggle it a little bit, and it should go on. There we go, all set. My only problem is that I can't find the nuts that go on the cylinder. They're 9/16 fine thread. I happen to have 3 of them and I need 4, so I'm going to put 3 on for now. We'll have to finish it another time. All right, so we got the jug on. Got 3 nuts holding it on. And I just turned the motor a couple times. Everything works good. That's definitely a new exhaust valve, and it looks like they ground the intake, so it'll be all right. So we got to adjust the valve clearances now. So got to take the covers off there and put the feeler gauges in. So we'll do that, and then I'm going to put the head on it, and then that might be all we can do for today without having that other nut. If I determine I can put, no, I can't put the fan housing on because it will block it. So can't go any farther without having another nut to hold the jug down. All right, so we're adjusting the intake valve clearance here, and it's supposed to be 15 thousandths, and we're right on that with our feeler gauge. And if I try to put a 16 in there, that won't fit, but a 15 will, so I'm good. So we'll rotate the crankshaft so that the intake is up and the exhaust is down, and we'll we'll do the other side. We're gonna call it quits for tonight here. And pretty much what's left to do is to get the magneto sparking, put the impulse mechanism on there and time it and everything. So I don't want to put the head on until we get the magneto going right. I'm debating whether I should just clean all this transmission case and paint it or what. I think I'm going to get the mag working and then we're going to clean all this junk off before we finish putting it together.